We got Blake Griffin joining the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets. Do you guys think that the Brooklyn Nets are officially the favorite team to come out the NBA and win it this year? Bryce, let me know.
Oh man, they were to me. They were the favorite before that trade. I was having this conversation with Scruff off the air, and Scruff was trying to convince me, that the Sixers' well-roundedness was enough to take out the Nets. I had to give him a dose of reality. There's no way possible that the Sixers could take out the Nets. When you got three guys that are in the top five, three guys that are okay, maybe not. You got two guys that are top five NBA players to me in Harden and KD, right? Then you got another guy in Kyrie who's a top 10 NBA player, depending on how you rank him. In a lot of people's rankings, he's going to be a top 10, maybe a top 5 offensive player in the NBA. Bro, that's too much firepower for any team to handle. Now, when I first saw Blake Griffin was headed to the Nets, it didn't really move the needle for me much. I was just like, whatever. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, it gave me shades of when Ray Allen joined the Heat. You know what I mean? Like, they already had Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, of course. But once they got Ray Allen, it was just like that little bit extra just kind of took them all the way over the hump. And I feel like, Blake Griffin could possibly be that player. Is he in his prime still? No. But neither was Ray Allen. Now, Blake could be just enough to just give them that extra firepower where it's just like completely unstoppable, man. I really can't wait to see it. We'll see if Blake still got some juice in the knees. I got a feeling his athleticism is a wrap, but he's transitioned his game into more of a little bit more of a perimeter guy. Got a little handle now. I think he can fit right in with KD, Kyrie, and especially when you talk about James Harden, who's become one of the best facilitators in the game, if not the best facilitator in the game. I think it's a super bright future for the Nets. To me, they're a shoo-in to go to the finals.
Yo, is there a sale? Is there a sale going on right now? Are they selling Audacity bulk? What's going on? What's going on? My bad, T. Did you just compare Blake Griffin to Ray Allen? Are you serious, bro?
I compared Blake Griffin right now to Ray Allen when he went to the Heat. When Ray Allen went to the Heat, he was 36 years old. Did you hear my breakdown? It's an old Ray Allen. It's an old Blake Griffin. Like it's very comparable to me. I don't know how many.
Nah. Because what you're not thinking about is physics. All right. Let me break down. Let me take y'all to school real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shooters is gonna shoot, bro. Shooters gonna shoot, bro. Shooters gonna shoot. If you got the stroke, you got the stroke, bro. But when your game is built on athleticism, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If you got the stroke, you got the stroke. But when your game is built on athleticism, bro, Blake Griffin's game is based on athleticism and bounce. Bro, that is depleted. It has depleted, bro. They said he hasn't dunked all year. I seen some highlights of him dunking. That's a whole nother story. I don't know where his juice in his legs seems to come back now. He's got a little spring in his step since he signed with Brooklyn. But that's another story. But it's not an over the top move. It doesn't put him over the top. They were already the favorites to win the East. So does Blake Griffin make them the favorite to win the East? No, they were already the favorite to win the East. So that's fine. But Blake Griffin's not even the right. He's not even the right piece. He doesn't even fit. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? Blake Griffin, right? So what do the Nets need? I've been saying it the whole season, right? They need defense, they need rebounding, and they need some juice in the paint. Blake Griffin ain't it, dog. Blake Griffin is not a great rebounder, bro. Look at his stats throughout his career. He's at his best when he was playing 40 minutes a game. He averaged like 7 or 8 rebounds a game, bro. He's going to be coming off the bench. He's going to be a backup 5, a small ball 5. He doesn't play defense that well. He doesn't rebound that well, and he barely got lift left. Now, what his most premier asset of his game is his 3-point shooting. And bro, they didn't need that. So I don't see it as a good move. They needed a guy like Andre Drummond. They would have picked up a guy like Andre Drummond, then that would have been a different story. Blake Griffin is just a name, bro. It's just a name. Ray Allen, at that age when he joined the Heat, he made one of the clutchest shots of all time. You know what I'm saying? He is a shooter. You can put him in the spot. I think you could put Ray Allen on a team right now and he could hit a clutch bucket for you. But Blake Griffin, with the loss of athleticism, Blake Griffin now is basically like what his brother was when he came out. So he's not Blake Griffin no more. He's like Taylor Griffin. You feel me? This is like watered down Blake Griffin. This is past his prime Blake Griffin, bro. This ain't nothing too crazy. It's not a move that moves the needle. Bro, it's not a good move. He will get abused with the rest of their big men. and the offense is going to carry them. So adding another offensive guy just doesn't put them over the top to me. They were already good, so it's just another name, another ring chaser. This is a guy over here trying to get a late ring. Congrats, Blake. Finish the league.
It sounds like a bitter Sixers fan. Super bitter. I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm sorry, bro. Come on now, bro. You really think that Blake Griffin's will make a difference, bro, in crunch time? Like, defensively?
No.
Yes.
Go ahead, T. Let me know how you feel about this, T. Because give me some reason. Give me something.
I mean, you're adding a 6-time All-Star. I don't care how you slice that. That helps. 6-time All-Star. DeAndre Jordan is an All-Star. You got 5 All-Stars on the roster now. You potentially at all times in the game, you can have 2 All-Stars. Like maybe he's not a current All-Star, a current or former All-Star. At the entire game, you can have at least 2 on the floor at the same time. And it gives them perfect versatility because you're not going to play DeAndre Jordan the entire game because he's a true big man. He's an old school guy. You can play small ball Blake. It gives you the ability to match up because maybe you can match up with a smaller team with DeAndre Jordan and you got to throw in Jeff Green. You cannot tell me that Blake Griffin isn't better than Jeff Green at the 5. You can't tell me that Blake Griffin isn't better than Jeff Green at the 4. Blake Griffin is shooting over 40% from 3 when open this season. I mean, you're playing with the team that's going to create the most open looks for the other guys. He's officially one of the other guys. Are you telling me you rather Harden kick it out to Jeff Green and Blake Griffin? Like, no.
That's the problem. I'm talking about offense only, bro.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, you still got to stop
stopping that.
If defense wins games, right, what defense can stop them?
Hey, since we're counting former All-Star appearances, let's talk about Dwight Howard. He's an 8-time All-Star. And he's on the Sixers bench, and he actually plays defense.
I knew you was going to bring it back to the Sixers. Hey.
Dwight Howard is a much better piece than Blake Griffin. Are you talking about a backup center? Who's more valuable?
For the Sixers, maybe. Before the Nets,
if the Nets had Dwight Howard, they would certainly be the favorite to win the championship instead of Blake Griffin.
They're the favorite right now. They were the favorite before Blake Griffin. They were the favorite because they got 3 of the best players in NBA history on the same roster. You add Blake Griffin into that, like T said, 6-time All-Star, a guy who's gonna come in and find his footing. He's gonna come in and he's gonna look right at home with the Nets. If you think otherwise, you're sadly mistaken. Think about it like this, man. Not only is he coming as a 6-time All-Star, he's coming in to play next to a guy that he had the best years of his career with in DeAndre Jordan. So you think DeAndre Jordan didn't tell him like, bro, you're gonna fit perfectly here. Do you not remember what it looked like when Blake and DeAndre were on the court at the same time? Because I remember that. I remember it very vividly. They called it Lob City. I'm not going to say it's going to be Lob City anymore, but trust me, once they get back, they're going to have that same chemistry, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Like at first, I really was thinking like Scruff at first. I was like, Blake Griffin, he ain't really much now. But the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I realized, like, once you get around certain level of players, and the spotlight's not on you at all, you're going to look so much better. Blake Griffin's coming from Detroit. The spotlight was on him in Detroit. And honestly, his first couple years in Detroit, he balled out. And that was just in 2018, 2019. So, like, now he has no spotlight on him. He's going to have a ton of room to operate because everybody's worried about Harden, KD, Kyrie. When Blake gets the ball, it's going to be like he got a whole lane, bro. We might start really seeing the old Blake Griffin. It's going to shock some people. It really is.
I mean, the crazy thing about it is you probably need 23 to 25 minutes, 15 points, 6 rebounds. I mean, stats that he's extremely capable of. I mean, how can you – I just don't understand. Vegas say they the favorite to win the chip, not the Eastern Conference Final, you know what I'm saying? Not the division, the chip, the entire thing. I'm not going against Vegas. If you really believe that the Nets aren't the right team, they aren't the best team, put your money where your mouth is, bro. You know what I'm saying? You like to gamble, you like to invest. Bet on the Sixers or bet on the Lakers.
I will.
You're going against the bookie.
No,
Why did Blake go to the Nets? He could have went anywhere. Detroit's paying him right now, $36 million. They bought him out. He could have went anywhere. He could have went to the Clippers. Why did he go to the Nets?
It was the easiest route to a championship. It was it.
All right. Thank you. That's all we did. Right. That's the
what we talking about.
A championship.
Yeah, but it's not because Blake Griffin is good. It's because the Nets are good already.
So why do you think why do you think the Nets wanted Blake Griffin? If they're already so great,
I don't know.
Why do you think they wanted Blake Griffin? Because it makes them better. That's why.
Well, I guess when you have no interior presence at all, I guess adding a guy that's 6'9" or whatever with some solid mass to him, it helps. But there's so many better players in the league right now. Blake Griffin's washed up. He was averaging about 12 points, 5 rebounds, and about 30 minutes per game this season. Now he's going to have a decreased minute. He's not going to – talking about Lob City, man. Like, how many years ago was that, bro?
3 or 4.
Okay. So, yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, a lot of things were very different in the world. I don't think Blake Griffin's got it no more, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm happy for him. I think he has a good chance to – I think they do have a good chance to win the chip. But I'm not going to sit here and say that Blake Griffin is like some difference maker. He's not.
I mean,
he's about as good as any backup center in the league. He's worse than most backup centers in the league.
But the guy's only 31. This isn't Karl Malone and Gary Payton going to the Lakers in their twilight. Blake Griffin is 31. This might not be jump over a Kia, Blake, but bro, can you jump over a motorcycle? We can work with you. We can work with you. You jump over Ducati, a Ninja Jixon, we can work with you.
Man, he could probably barely jump over a freaking a tricycle, man.
Disrespect.
So the last time Blake Griffin dunked the ball was in 2019 in December. So it's been like a good time. But let's talk about
the last time I went to the club was in 2019. But I guarantee you when the streets open up out there, I guarantee you I'm back. I guarantee you.
Hit him with the shimmy, baby. My boy. But let's talk about the Nets defense. I know they were just not too long ago ranked the bottom defense, and now they're between 12 and 17 right now, I believe. Did it get any better?
Definitely, man. I was talking to Scruff about this offline again, man. A lot of teams in the East started out hot, namely the Sixers. They started out super hot. The Nets started off slow. People were questioning how great the Nets were going to be. And guess what they are in their last 10? 9-1 in their last 10. You know what I expect? I expect another 9-1 in their next 10. Honestly, I expect the Nets to start running off games so much that they pretty much run away with the conference. I honestly expect the Nets to run away with the conference. And adding Blake Griffin just increases that. Now, their defense is always going to be that's always going to be the worst side of the ball for them is defense. That's because they're so great on offense, right? They're not going to be as good on defense as they are on offense. But when you're that good on offense, defense don't matter that much, fellas. It just don't.
Oh, hey, look, man. The thing about defense is, and my boy Chris Holt, man, my boy Scribble, he would agree. He know. Bryce know. We just hoop Saturday, man. Defense is a mentality. It's not about size. You know what I'm saying? Don't come down to skill. It's about want and effort. Do you want to play defense? Do you want to not get scored on? You know what I'm saying? How much do you not want to lose? And you got guys ring chasing. They have the ability to lock up. I mean, you don't traditionally think of them individually, except maybe KD and Jordan as defenders. But those guys, I guarantee you, man, playoff time, crunch time, they're going to be playing their ass off on the defensive end of the ball. And great defense only leads to offense. So, I mean, we really looking at who's coming out of the West to play them because I think the Nets got it locked up at this point.
Man, defense wins championships, man. Y'all make me sick. Y'all make me sick.
See, since I don't want to ask Scruff about this, you're a Bucks fan. Do you think the Bucks have a fighting chance? At least give them not even one game?
They can get one. You can get one. You can get one on most teams. You know what I'm saying? You can get one, but Giannis,
how about no
Holiday? No,
so the only
go ahead.
So the Nets' only weakness right now is to help the KD. Even without the possibility KD doesn't play. Do the Sixers or the Bucks got a chance?
The Bucks don't have a chance. The Nets' biggest weakness is Steve Nash. I mean, the guy. If you want to be honest with it, the Nets' biggest weakness is Steve Nash. I feel like they could put one of us on that bench, and that team still would have went 9-1. Like he doesn't have to do much, man. Harden is running the team. You think Harden is learning from Steve Nash? We've seen Harden do this in Houston. Like he's just decided I'm going to facilitate more and score less because I don't have to. That's not Steve Nash. That's their biggest weakness, man. When the playoffs come and coaching matters, that's the only thing that could, mess the team up. Bad rotations, leaving guys in that are in foul trouble, getting guys gassed early in series, but not the talent. The talent, the team, the chemistry, they look to be playing well together, that should win it all. It's just, what can Nash do with that? Can he take his game up to the next level? We got to be questioning coaches at this point.
Yeah, you make a good point, T. You talk about coaching. So I'll give you 2 points. You just set me up. So I'm gonna give you 2 reasons. I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why the Nets aren't gonna win the East. All right. I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why the Nets aren't gonna win the East. First thing is because defense wins championships, homie. And then also another thing is coaching in the playoffs is very important. And they don't have they're coaching. Steve Nash, we can agree that sometimes he looks very lost out there. He's a first-year head coach. I'm hoping the best for him, but I don't feel good about Steve Nash as the head coach. I don't feel good about Mike D'Antoni as the assistant coach. I don't feel good about James Harden running the offense in the playoffs because all 3 of those guys have one thing in common.
Whoa.
Hold on, buddy.
They be choking in the playoffs, man.
Trying to get us canceled.
They be choking in the playoffs, man. James Harden, what does he do in the playoffs? He be disappearing, Houdini, just like Steve Nash, just like Mike D'Antoni. It's a nice got a nice lineage of losers across the board that don't know how to win. But what you do got in Philly, you got Doc Rivers, baby, a real coach, man, a real coach, a real coaching staff, bro. And we know coaching makes a huge difference. And then look at the Raptors, right? They went from being like a team that was like kind of like a really good regular season team that couldn't get it done in the postseason. Switch coaches. What they do? Got a chip. Feel me? Now what the Sixers do? They got a new coach. What are they? The number 1 team in the East, right? I think coaching matters. I think defense matters, and I think you guys are overlooking 2 very important parts of the game, bro.
Nobody's overlooking that. Everyone on this panel will admit that coaching and defense matters. But you know when it doesn't matter? When you have 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA on your team. You know what matters then? It matters how many of those guys you got. They got KD, they got Harden. That's all they need, bro. That's all they need. Somehow I knew you were going to bring this back to Doc Rivers. But one thing I will say, there's only one man in this entire NBA that could possibly change the outcome of the Nets winning an NBA championship. And that man's name is LeBron James. LeBron James with a healthy Anthony Davis, I could see them giving the Nets a run for their money, man. That's the only situation that I see the Nets losing the chip is if LeBron and a healthy AD come to play for 7 games straight and get them boys in the 7th game. Other than that, man, it's not happening. It's not happening. Hey, if you want to take the field, Scruff, in the Eastern Conference, I'll give you the entire field and I'll take the Nets. We can put a dub on that right now.
All right, bet. Shake on it.
T, our Gas Sports bookie, can you write that down, please, sir?
I got you. Logging it right now.
Give the whole field in the East.
The whole field.
I'm gonna give you the whole field. Take them all. Take them all. All I need is the Nets.
Very generous.
So, Scruff, before we go to the next topic, you got to tell me who's D'ing up who from the Sixers against the Nets.
I'll give you the whole lineup. Joel Embiid going to be playing center, and he's going to be holding down the paint. You feel me? You got so basically you got Kyrie Irving, you got James Harden, and you got Kevin Durant, right? So between those guys, we can handle that because we got Ben Simmons, we got Matisse Thybulle, and I mean Matisse Thybulle, one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Look into it.
Man. Which guy is he going to guard? Who's he going to guard? Who's Matisse Thybulle going to guard in the NBA in the Eastern Conference Finals? Please tell me.
Harden or Kyrie, most likely.
He's going to guard Jeff Green. That's it. He might have. That's the best luck he got. Jeff Green.
No, he's a defensive specialist. He's the closest thing I've seen to like a Bruce Bowen in this league. He's the best. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, and that's how I know you guys don't know anything about defense, and you guys just watch highlights. Because if you knew anything about defense, then you would know. He was the best. He was the best defender coming out of the draft 2 years ago. And anybody that actually knows hoops, ask any player in the NBA, about Matisse Thybulle, they'll tell you that he's one of the best defenders in the NBA.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you this right now: James Harden is gonna torch Matisse Thybulle. He's gonna torch him. He's gonna average a triple-double on him. Kyrie's gonna torch him. KD's gonna torch. What are you talking about? Matisse
He can average a triple-double.
Bro, what are you talking about? I don't know hoops because I don't think Matisse Thybulle is gonna lock down James Harden. Are you crazy?
He doesn't have to lock him down, bro.
You're in your bag tonight.
He doesn't have to lock him down, bro. He doesn't have to lock him down, bro. You seen what happened? Like, they didn't have to lock down anybody. The Cavaliers, all the times that they beat the Cavaliers, who were not that good of a team, beat the Nets hella times this season already, bro. And the season's not even done yet, bro. And, like, they didn't have to stop anybody because the Nets don't stop anybody. So that's the point. You don't have to stop them. They're going to ultimately –
Who's outscoring them? How are you guys going to outscore them?
Bro, what are you talking about, bro? We got the MVP. Who's going to guard Embiid? Tell me that.
You guys don't have the MVP. Embiid's not winning MVP if the Nets keep playing the way they playing. Are you out of your mind? If Embiid's going to lose the MVP because the Nets have James Harden, KD, and it's a toss-up. You want to give it to KD, you want to give it to Harden. One of them dudes come for MVP.
I can't give it to KD.
Gonna stop Embiid.
You don't got to stop.
No one can.
Embiid's a baller. I'm not denying that. Embiid's going to ball out. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter, bro. Just have my dub hot off the press, man.
Yeah, it'll be off the press.
Can you bring us back, T, please?
Bring you back to what, man? $20 bet. Scruff got the Nets. Right. Rice got the Nets. Scruff got the field. Scruff got everybody else, man. Like, I think that's a crazy bet. I think the Nets, that's an easy $20 for Bryce. I don't know why Matisse Thybulle, he should never be mentioned on the Gas Sports show again. I'm not sure how he made it to this show, but let's not bring that guy up again.